Wenn ich wollt gewähn a Schneider, wollt ich Tag und Nacht gesessen und genäht vor dir a Kleidel, wie es passt.
Of course, he sang in Hebrew, in Yiddish, and Russian, and he got to be very well known. He did everything. I mean, this man did everything. He loved to sing. He was a natural. You see the picture of him, always smiling, like
Yes.
those pictures. He was so much fun. Well, my father was actually discovered by Mormons. In 1929, there was a committee from America, and one of them was President Harris of Brigham Young University. He invited him to come to America to teach singing. Well, this is 1929, you know, Russian Jew. But he went to the government, this Harris, and he got permission for us. There were very few people that actually could talk about Ellis Island.
You were actually
We
at
came
Ellis
to
Island?
Ellis Island with the only thing, with the samovar. The samovar was the only thing we brought from Russia. My father went to Utah, and we lived there for a little while with the Mormons, with the students and professors in Provo, Utah, where Brigham Young is. There was nothing for him as a singer to be in Utah, so we went to Los Angeles, and there he was heard. There was a big affair where Albert Einstein was the guest speaker, and they invited Sidor to sing. And that's how his career in America really started. It's not like now. This is before your time, when they had these big, big dinners where they would invite Mrs. Roosevelt and LaGuardia, the mayor. Things started moving, you know. And in New York, he started to sing, go all over the world singing, especially Argentina, Brazil. And he got to be very well known in the opera field. The Sidor came here as an opera singer, not as a folk singer. Because in Russia, he was at the Opera Conservatory of Music in Leningrad.
Your father was born, I think, in the 1880s.
1898.
In 1890s, so it was still Tsarist Russia,
Yeah.
but his repertoire is everything. You know, he sings cantorials, he sings songs of workers, he sings drinking songs, he sings every possible kind of Yiddish song. And can you tell us a little about his background? Did he have a religious
because he
background?
Went to Cheder
Went to Cheder.
in Krzyżopol. When he was 13, 14, he would go to and do the services. He did the Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and of course Passover. But in heart, he was a Russian singer and singing Yiddish and Hebrew. Very unusual couple. Mother, she never went with him to places. She never wanted to go with him. He should go as an artist, not with a wife, you know. So she always said, I would go with her, with him. I was a secretary of the company. They liked me because I was young and cute.
Yeah, tell us about that world. I mean, that you grew up around these people, right? So.
And there was a place in my time, Café Royale.
Yes. So.
Café Royale was my second home. I used to go there a few times a week, and they were on 2nd Avenue and 10th Street. They had all these artists coming there, Jewish artists, and even Paul Muni, you know, and even John Barrymore, Marsha Oyster, you know, that was a period. They used to play, the men used to play cards in the back. I really was young. The kind of age that they all liked. You know, I was 17. I can be bad at 17, 18, you know. So I used to love to go there because they made such a fuss over me. Lived in Washington Heights for about 40 years. It didn't matter when. The table was full. You know, they were later getters, you know. They didn't have jobs that they had to go from 9 to 5. The door was always open. And at 11 o'clock at night, when people would get out from a movie or a theater, they said, where should we go? To the Belarskys. So the table was always filled with food, and people came and played cards or sang, or all kinds of people. It was a wonderful home to be brought up. I mean, I'm bringing back such, it seems like another era, you know. I'm very much like Sidor, like my father. He was that same type. He loved people, and he loved young people and children and ladies. Many times, you know, we would go to different affairs and concerts, and he was always surrounded by women. And I'd go over, I said, Papa, we have to go home. Mama's home. I killed the deal. I always called it Papa. Yeah, Papa, we have to go home. Mama's home alone. You know?
You were with him at every
place.
Yes, I did.
I said to myself when he died that whatever I do, I have to keep his life, his songs alive as long as I can. Because he really was a good singer and a good, very unusual person.
Wenn ich wollt gewähn a Schneider, wollt ich Tag und Nacht gesessen, und genäht vor dir a Kleidl, wie es passt vor a Prinzessin. Bin ich aber gar a Singer, sing ich schöne Lieder, weil ich dich, mein Kind, besinge, und weil kuschen deine Finger.